Welcome to Nintendo Cade channel, I'm Danny. Today we're taking a deep dive into Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade running on Nintendo Switch 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is an action role-playing game that blends real-time combat and cinematic storytelling, and it's one of the most technically ambitious RPGs to arrive on Nintendo hardware. With its detailed environments, dynamic combat system, and frequent cinematic transitions, performance consistency plays a big role in the overall experience. Now that we covered the basics, let's get into how the game performs on Nintendo Switch 2 following the sequence of gameplay as it unfolds. The game targets 30 FPS or frames per second with a focus on balancing visual quality and performance. The experience opens with cinematic cutscenes that establish the setting and tone. These pre-rendered cutscenes target 30 FPS and generally present a smooth cinematic look. Because the game regularly transitions between pre-directed camera angles and real-time rendering, frame pacing can occasionally be noticeable here. Minor fluctuations may stand out during camera pans or scene transitions, though the overall presentation remains strong and cohesive. Once control is handed over to the player, the game moves into early exploration segments. Moving through environments at a steady pace feels smooth with responsive camera movement. Frame rate stability here is solid, as walking and slower camera motion maintains consistency. Faster traversal and rapid camera turns also show strong, stable performance. As gameplay progresses, players are introduced to combat encounters. In small skirmishes with limited enemies and effects, the game generally stays locked at its 30 FPS target. Character animations, attacks, and evasive action feel responsive, which is important given the action-focused combat system. Later encounters become more demanding with multiple enemies, heavier effects, and increased on-screen activity. During these moments, frame times remain strong, performance stays consistent, and these sequences display even frame pacing. The experience builds towards a boss battle, which represents one of the most demanding sequences in this portion of the game. Cinematic camera angles, layer particle effects, and scripted moments all occur at once, making this a key stress test for performance. Frame rate consistency holds up well here with little to no issue, making it an important section to watch when evaluating for overall stability. Despite the intensity of the battle and the number of effects on screen, the Nintendo Switch 2 handles it very well. There may be small dips, particularly when accessing the command menu, where on-screen action slows down to allow you to select your next move. These moments do not hinder the gameplay experience by any means. It's also worth pointing out that there are no performance or quality mode options available. The game appears to be designed around a single performance profile, with the focus placed on maintaining a consistent visual presentation rather than offering higher frame rate alternatives. To wrap things up, performance in Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on Nintendo Switch 2 is very solid overall. The game largely stays at its 30 FPS target with only minor fluctuations appearing on rare occasions. Battle sequences where fluidity and stability are most critical performed especially well. I can safely say the game performs admirably and looks fantastic thanks to its presentation, art direction, and overall design. Alright, that's going to do for it for this frame rate analysis. If you found this breakdown helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to Nintendo Cade for more Nintendo Switch 2 performance analysis on upcoming games. I'm Danny, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'll take that as a yes.